all rise for the pledge here.
I'm the one that comes in.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Welcome to the October 20th, 2015 work session for the Board of Trustees. A public comment section. If no one sign in, anyone from the public would like to speak? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Ors, you were going to disappoint me if you didn't say something here.
You have to think about it.
Welcome to the Board of Trustees who showed up at 5:11. And I noticed the mayor showed up at the back door at
Yeah, I did.
5:02.
I did.
And I want to thank you on behalf of the 3,403 property owners in the village of Southampton who rely on you for efficiency and whatever. And thank you for even attending this meeting, because maybe, I just thought maybe you might not show up. Thank you, sir. And ma'am, I'm
Or
sorry. Thank you,
say,
sir.
Yeah, it's not like I have another job that I have 350 employees and I had a meeting that drugged me to 4:35, so sorry about that, so.
I doubled my fire insurance on my house.
Good.
Are you planning something?
I wouldn't worry about the fire in the house, I would just worry about the ambulance response time.
Insurance company, I'd check into this right now.
I was also mustered out with my body armor when I was mustered out in the Army. I wear it to these meetings.
So you're one of those guys who got shot in the back, so. Okay. Anyone else would like to have public comments? All right. After that,
none
no
of you
one
got
wants to
captured.
follow.
Oh,
Okay,
really?
all right.
Oh, okay.
It wouldn't be a meeting with you here without you saying something, so.
No, my name is Bruce Bachman, 660 Halsey Neck Lane, Southampton. I went speed dating the other night, and I'm very upset that I did not get a date with our trustee member. He hasn't called since, he hasn't asked, followed up at all, and I just want to know that, it was a very interesting event, actually, and it was a good experiment.
Good.
It was sort of fun.
Good. Yeah, no, they did it.
You didn't leave me your number. Otherwise,
All right, we have no presentations, we have no public hearings here, we have some communications to the board.
excuse me, where is Evelyn coming? Talk about being late. She must. You're gonna pay.
Well.
Okay.
Who do you go to after the Supreme Court? Who's above them?
Southampton Association.
There you go. Okay, there you go. Okay, so we're not off the hook yet.
Yeah.
Big guy upstairs, exactly.
Okay, Steve.
Okay, on a serious note,
Yeah.
my name is Corinne Lavinio, and I reside with my young family on Elm Street in Southampton. As Halloween Fest approaches, I wanted to write about a campaign I have entitled Cans for Candy to benefit our local food pantry while our neighborhood is busy with trick-or-treaters. I am requesting permission from the board. The placement of designed human resources of the Hamptons HRH donation bins at the barricades north and south of Elm Street on October 31st this Halloween. Last Halloween, fellow neighbor Jen Sarda and I came up with the idea of placing HRH bins outside our homes and asking for donations of canned goods from friends while they were out trick-or-treating in the neighborhood. We did this entirely through social media 6 hours before the trick-or-treaters descended, and were overwhelmed with the generous response in such a short time. This year we hope to gain even more donations for HRH simply by letting more people know about our campaign and offering them more chances to donate. I have designed posters and flyers which I hope to distribute through the local elementary school and across our community. I have also written to all of my Elm Street neighbors, offering them a chance to place a bin outside their home should they wish to participate. I will be responsible for distributing and collecting the bins and their contents. In order to make donating cans as easy for people as possible, it would be useful if we could place marked bins at the barricades north and south of Elm Street. That way, those arriving on Elm Street at those typically busy points have an opportunity to deposit donations before beginning to trick-or-treat and are not hindered with carrying their cans. Of course, people may still wish to donate elsewhere along Elm Street, but having these main entry points as opportunities to deposit, I believe, will really help our cause, particularly if we are able to inform people about it via social media. I hope you will consider my request to place bins at the barricades. I suppose I will take responsibility for placement and collection of these bins before and after the trick-or-treating event. The more opportunities people have to donate cans along the trick-or-treating route, the better. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you so much for taking time to read my letter, wishing you and your families a very happy Halloween.
Yeah, so I mean, this is a great idea. Barbara Wilson had actually reached out to me on this too, so they're all, so I'd like to make a motion to authorize the Elm Street families to get cans for candy in accordance with the letter dated 10/16/15.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So basically, these are canned goods.
Canned goods.
The canned goods that will be placed in these bins, and they'll go over to the church.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And they've done it in different places around.
It's a great
So I think
idea.
It's
It's a
really
great
nice.
idea.
I mean, they're open, they want Elm Street closed and open their homes up and have all the kids go over there, and I think it's nice that they're having kids and
Well, it
families
is sort
think
of,
about that, so.
it's a day that the kids just get everything, you know, all the candy
Yeah.
and everything, and this
Yeah.
gives them a chance to give back. I think it's a great idea.
That it does, yep.
All right. Item 2 is from HRH itself. The Polar Bear Plunge fundraising event for Human Resources of the Hamptons will take place this year on Saturday, December 12th at Cooper's Beach in Southampton Village. This year, we're planning to include another way for people to participate in the event. In addition to the plunge at 10 a.m. at Cooper's Beach, we want to offer spectators a short walk. They will walk from Cooper's Beach parking lot to Cooper's Neck Lane, then up Cooper's Neck Lane and back to the parking lot. The walkers will, like the plungers, have to register and sign a waiver and give or get at least $125 to HRH in order to participate in the walk. The walk will take place at 9 a.m. prior to the plunge. Mary Ann Tupper. Now, there was originally discussions about closing Cooper's Neck Lane, but then Gary and Mary Ann spoke, and they don't feel that's necessary. So we'll still be open to traffic.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, I won't be walking it, but,
You know, you're out for
We'll be
already,
doing
huh?
other things. We'll be heading into the
In your
woods.
flippers?
yeah, exactly, so, yeah. So, I mean, they don't have a time on this walk?
It's an hour before.
An hour
It's
before.
9 to
Okay.
10 o'clock.
Okay. So, all right, so I'd like to make a motion to authorize the Human Resources Hamptons to run the walk in accordance with their letter dated October 20th, 2015.
Second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Resolutions, item 1, resolved that the reading of the minutes of the public session of October 8th, 2015 be dispensed with, and those minutes be accepted as filed by the village administrator, and the actions taken at the meeting be and hereby are ratified and approved. Have a motion?
Make the motion.
Second?
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Resolved that the claims of the warrants dated October 20th, 2015 totaling $382,275.15, warrant 7 general fund, $46,989.75, warrant 5 capital reserve fund, $799 and $300, warrants 5 and 10 trust funds, and the village payrolls for the period October 2nd, 2015 to October 15th, 2015 be ordered and approved. Can I have a motion?
Make the motion.
Second.
Second.
Discussion. Item 1, Alert Door Corporation, fire prevention supplies for the fire department, $4,092. Longwell House of Tires, tires for the garage, $3,025.32. Bell Environmental, inspection of the firehouse, $1,500. Page 2, Cleary Consulting, consulting for the planning board, $1,125. Page 3, Eberhard Nurseries, 2 payments, one for $4,200 for trees at 470 Hampton Road, and $1,275 for shade trees for the Parks Department. SA Plumbing, testing of the RPZ valves and maintenance of them, $1,085. Julie Fitzgerald, final payment for September Fest, $15,000. Page 4, Fundamental Business Services, court fines, $4,099.50 for September. Page 6, National Grid, $21,419.28. This is for the gas bill at 470 Hampton Road, which we have not received since we opened the building. It's taken forever to get the bill. The bill's going to come in around $27,000 so far, but this is since
This is the
November
firehouse?
of 2011. It's almost 4 years of bills
Wow.
that, it's been very frustrating. Anyway, 21,419.28, another 6 to 7,000 we're working on. New York State Employees Health Insurance for November, 251,176.52. New York State Unemployment Insurance for the third quarter, 1,082.50. Office of the State Controller, August fines for the court, 10,716.84. Page 7, PSE&G, streetlight for September, 5,551.90. For Police Department, 5,675.15. And for the Fire Department, 5,463.19. Page 8, Ronco Cleaning Supplies, 2,046.79. Page 9, 2,992 gallons of gasoline, 4,474.53. Student Wealth Consulting for the ARB, 1,162.50. Suburban Auto Services, repairs to a PD vehicle, 2,834.78. Page 10, Vince Toomey, September legal fees, 4,307.38. Town of Brookhaven Carting for September, 2,346.30. And Tygo Integrated Security for 25 Jobs Lane for the quarter, 1,455.42. Going to the capital reserve warrant, Able Equipment Rental, 2 payments for the Kubota, 26,408 and 1,119.54. And Will Floyu, redoing the floors over at the police department, 19,462.21. Further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 3, resolved that the Board of Trustees approve the attached schedule of budget transfers to remedy overages for the period ending October 20th, 2015. Have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion. Item 1 is $25,000 into building equipment, and that's for the LED lights at the police department, and $9,900 into shade trees, with $35,700 coming out of contingency. And the second one is $668 into refund building inspector fees from building inspector miscellaneous. All in favor?
Aye.
Resolved that a public hearing be held at 6 p.m. on Thursday, November 12th in the Boardroom, Village Hall, 23 Main Street, Southampton, New York, to hear citizens' views on local needs with respect to the Community Development Program for the year 2015. Have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the hiring of the law firm of Bennett and Reed LLP for assistance in drafting updates to the village code pertaining to wireless facilities at an hourly rate not to exceed $200. Have a motion?
Make that motion.
Second?
Discussion on this.
Yeah, it's just, we haven't looked at, we have a lot of interest lately with regard to wireless towers in the village, and our code needs to be brought up to speed with regard to changes in the industry. And there's a legal assistant with Bennett Reed that has, I believe, about 10 years' experience in this area.
Yeah. She's drafted code elsewhere, and certain changes we can make that will, won't be a complicated code, but it will actually address some of the issues that are out there in relationship to cell phones, and then help us with any type of future planning and stuff, so.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees approve the rehiring of Nicholas Berlin as a grasshopper for the Parks Department at an hourly rate of $11. Can I have a motion?
Make the motion.
Second.
Second?
What is the rehiring about?
It's a rehire. He had left back in June due to family issues and such, and Larry wants to bring him back on board. All in favor?
Aye.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the adoption of the revised investment policy for the village. Can I have a motion?
Make that motion.
Second?
Second.
Discussion
On
on
this one, we had discussed at our last meeting, we added one more characterization of collateralization of our deposits at the bank, utilizing the letter of credit issued by the FHLB. So that's under section 9.3. Everything else remains the same, it's just adding that one paragraph. All in favor?
Aye.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the hiring of Kyle R. McGinnis as a seasonal police officer at a rate of $26 an hour. Can I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second? Discussion, this is just this one and item 9, these are just backup people for Tom.
Right.
On an as-needed basis. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the hiring of Katie T. White as a part-time jail guard at a rate of $20 an hour. Have a motion?
Make that motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Yeah, the jail guards are just really called in as needed,
Yep.
and you have to have a mix between the men and
Yeah, he
women.
needs a stable of it. Item 10, resolve that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the hiring of Fluid Imagery Computing, West Hampton, as the village's IT consultant at an hourly rate of $90. Have a motion?
Make that motion.
Second?
Second.
Discussion, as you know, Carl Mann is moving out of town. He's doing some traveling across the state. We tried to kind of keep in touch with him, but based on where he is, it's really not practical to do this
Yeah.
cross-country. Tom had looked at fluid imagery, he's doing some work over at PD. I met with them, I'm very impressed with them. I looked at a couple other firms, but I don't want to deal with three firms in here. I'd rather, the fire department uses another firm. They're not that integrated with us, so I'm fine with that, but PD and I work hand in
Right.
hand, so I'd rather have the same firm do it, and it's the same rate that Carl was charging.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the adoption of the heliport improvement plan for the 87N Southampton heliport and authorizes submittal of a grant application to the New York State Department of Transportation 2015 Aviation Capital Grant Program to request funding in support of the implementation of the heliport improvement plan. Have a motion?
Make that motion.
Second?
Second.
Discussion?
Discussion.
What this-
Discussion on this, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there is a $7 million pool of money out there. We're looking at tapping into about 200,000 of it at this point. Is a 10% match by the village. And we're looking at putting an air lane down on the east side of the property to get the traffic coming in off the beach to be not blocking the traffic off a Meadow Lane, looking at paving the lot, putting in possibly a manned booth there, or a sheltered booth in case we ever want to man this thing during the summer hours to monitor the flights coming in and out. Putting some shelter on that fence, either in a planter or shrubs or something, because when you get the prop wash coming in, there's a lot of dust blowing around and rocks flying and everything else. So it's a series of issues which, Jen has detailed here in it. Again, it's just an application, there's no commitment at this whatsoever. The other thing is also putting in water service and a hydrant. Just God forbid there's a fire, there's no water service at that location.
Yeah.
All right.
Any further comments, questions, or anything? So.
All in favor?
It's a good grant.
Aye.
Aye.
And last item, resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the following payments from the capital reserve account, subject to permissive referendum. Able equipment rental, $27,527.54 from the equipment reserve, and Will Floor You Inc., $19,462.21 from the facilities reserve. Have a motion?
Make that motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The able equipment rental, what was that again?
That was for the Kubota, for the Parks Department?
Oh,
Yeah.
we rent that? No, we
No,
bought
it's,
that.
we purchased it from them, but the name
Okay.
of the company is Rental, and I don't know why they don't have sales in their title, but
Right.
it's,
Yeah, you rent it on a
There you go.
permanent basis. So.
And the new floor for the police department, is that carpeting? What is that?
No, what they did is the main hallway, they did the planking, similar to what we did here. Okay, they did the squad room, they did the sergeant's room, they did the lieutenants, and the knockoff tiles we have in the foyer here, they did that in the foyer where the PD comes in on the west side of the building. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it came out great.
Yeah,
No, looks good.
it does.
The guys really love this planking for maintenance-wise, it's just,
Yeah,
It's
it's
so
easy.
it's so easy.
Yeah, it really is.
It's like next door, it really is
Yeah.
good, for maintenance.
All right,
Easy on flat feet?
It is.
Yes,
It is.
of course. It's cushioned.
Even with people with high arches too, so. Discussion items, we didn't have anything listed on discussion items. If comments from board members here, Yaz?
I'm good, other than Happy Halloween coming up.
Oh, yeah, when is the ragamuffin? Is it Sunday?
Sunday at 1 o'clock.
Sunday the
Oh,
25th.
Sunday, 1.
Oh, Mike?
Well, just to keep political level, I think we all should thank Trustee Yaz here for running for the town. That's a big, big project, big undertaking, and I certainly wish him the best of luck. And I think the public will find He never lacks something to say.
That is true. Boy, is
So
that-
good luck.
Except for tonight. Except for tonight.
Well, he's got to be careful.
I
you
know,
I'm saving
that's
it, I'm
right.
saving it.
That's
He's
right.
resting up.
There you go.
But thank you.
That's good. That's good.
all I can say is, boy, is that an understatement. But we do have a lot of laughter.
That's
Yes,
right.
we do.
That's right.
Thank you.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping you'll bring that good humor over there.
Yeah.
That's been part of my campaign promise.
So I don't really have anything to add.
Bill?
All I have to say is one word, leaves. They're
Oh, yeah,
coming.
right,
We're-
they're
We've got a
coming.
shipment of leaves arriving soon.
Spread over the village, right?
And I have mixed emotions about trustee Yastrzemski, because I don't want the town to have the benefits that we already have had ourselves, you know, you get spoiled, and, but I'll put up with it and wish you the best.
Thank you, Bill.
Hope you make it.
Thank you.
So, we did touch on the Ragamuffin Parade on Sunday at 1 o'clock, and it's one of the ambulance barn is in front of the Architectural Review Board for feedback on that. So I think at the next meeting, they'll probably close the whole thing out and finalize that piece. The Stop and Shop opened up at Wall Bombs, I think, which was good. That they've got a nice selection. It was good to see a lot of people in there. And
They had a violinist
Yes.
did have a violinist in there one day.
playing as you entered the store. It was just lovely. I thought they should have that all the
It was
time.
nice
And then they had
and clean.
another person on Sunday, I think. They had
I was
violinist
in there.
one day,
I
and then
think
they
I was in there
had
on Sunday, yeah.
a bass player and another lady who was in
Loved
there.
it.
So
Nice touch.
it was good. I don't
So
think it's
can
going to
you
be
elaborate any, at all as to what will happen? I mean, the store is the same size.
Right.
What I found was, I was very happy to go in there. It felt very bright. I think they've added more lights. But it's the same size store. And so
It
it's
is.
obviously not going to be able to give as much of a variety. And I'm sure they're going to probably fine tune it as time goes along, because people will come in and say, gee, I'd really wish I had this product. And they'll figure it all out. But have you had any further conversation with the owner of the building about going up on it so that we can expand the rear?
Well,
Or they can expand
This
the
is,
rear?
this is what this is what I talked to them about. One is that the lease that Wallbaum's had was bought out in the bankruptcy by Stop and Shop. And then so they have a long-term lease with the site. I know there's been other rumors about Stop and Shop negotiating with other people. I don't know the facts behind that or not, but I do know that they have a long-term lease at the site. So, and I have expressed to the owner of the property that we'd like to see him look to expand the building somehow, whether it's going up and to provide administrative offices and storage on the second floor, and then they would gain basically about a third of the building back that they lose now.
Which is sizable,
Which is
huge.
significant, yes.
Right.
And then, or maybe there's opportunities for them to expand the footprint of the building, of which they're open to all of this stuff. I know that they did a lot of cosmetic work and signage, and they painted the parking lot lines, and I do know that that they will. I think in the next couple of years we will see some type of application to do significant improvements on this building.
Well, I'm hoping it's sooner rather than later.
Well, so do I.
Yeah.
So, but it's, there's a whole process with the bankruptcy and everything like that.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's, so that's what I'm hoping that, the owner of the property likes to have Stop and Shop as his tenant, and, they're open to do whatever they need to do to support improved operations at that location. So, but, so that's all I have to say here. Anyone from the public would like to speak? No? So I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the public session to go into executive session for the purpose of discussing personnel matters.
Second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.